Hey there, friends. Welcome to the first annual Tim Herrington Relic and Legend Awards. I am your host, Tim Herrington. Well, this would technically be episode number 10 of the Inside Delirium Podcast, but I thought I'd change that up a little bit. May 22nd is actually my 32nd birthday, and I never really had an annual tradition for myself, and so I thought about doing something new and different. Um, I thought about why not give out awards, for people that have really been there for me the past year, and my friends and family and coworkers and stuff, and so this is kind of what that's about, and just kind of my give back. It's my Thanksgiving, my New Year's, kind of all wrapped into one. Um, so yeah, it's my wish to have this show and this time and awards to give out and to really just show my thanks. So. I got 11 awards lined up here. The 2020 Relic and Legend Awards are the Dance of the Decade Award, the Moonlight in Seattle Award, the Leaving a Legacy Award, the Guru of Empathy Award, the Heroes Get Remembered but Legends Never Die Award, the Sorry the Seat is Taken Award, the Get Off Your Ass and Get It Done Award, the Recondite Relic Award, the I'll Be Your Huckleberry Award, the Rockstar Rookie Award, and the You Have My Attention Award. It's a little unorthodox, but it makes sense to me. But no, actually, I'd like to start off by giving my sort of my annual honors to the main pillars of my life. And that'd be my mom, my dad, my stepdad, and my sister. I was thinking too, it really is an amazing feeling to know that your parents are always there for you no matter what. And it's definitely more often than not that I feel really like I sort of don't deserve what they do for me. It's pretty amazing. And I can honestly say that these are absolutely my favorite people in the world, without a doubt. And I've always gotten along with my parents, and my love for them has never been diluted. Um, and one thing too I'm very proud to say is that actually I was thinking about my birthdays and stuff in the past, and I can honestly say that actually last year was probably my best birthday because my dad, my sister took me camping up Lake Chelan for a couple days, did some fishing, and then my mom, my stepdad came up, and it definitely was just monumental. It's something I'll never forget. While I'm looking forward to more times like that, I don't know. It's definitely gonna take a lot to really top that birthday. It was really good. Um, So yeah, mom, dad, and JR, guys, I really appreciate what you guys do, and I love you guys very much, and very very grateful to have you guys in my life. So and also big thanks to my sister Cindy for everything she's done for me this past year. It seems like every rough patch I had, she was always there to help me out and give me guidance, and one thing too I'm very grateful for is for her help me in my current living situation. Because where I'm at now, it's incredibly accommodating to the Inside Delirium podcast, and and if it wasn't for her, then the podcast probably wouldn't be a thing, and so that's something that really makes me happy. So yeah, thank you for everything you do and everything you've done, and I'll always appreciate it. All right, well, our first award is going to go out to a fella that I've known for almost 15 years now. He's been a tremendous influence and sway into my so many interests that I have now. Wisdom and philosophy, um, writing poetry and folk music, outdoor survival stuff. Um, he's been my best friend. He's been my roommate, my band member, and certainly my brother. So the 2020 Heroes Get Remembered but Legends Never Die Award goes out to Timothy Miller. Well, Timothy Miller, he's just been an amazing influence for me the past 15 years. And I'm absolutely grateful for everything he's taught me. He's definitely been one of the best mentors I've ever had. The man's got talents that I'll never be able to match. And, he's very gifted in a lot of traits. And it really is an absolute allowance, to be able to see that. and see what he's capable of. And he really is a legend. For in my eyes for the willpower that he bears. And it really is fascinating to see what he's capable of. And not only is he a legend, but he's also a hero. He's been a great contributor to the Inside Delirium podcast. He got me started with the equipment and was very generous with that. And that's certainly, if not for him, then the Inside Delirium podcast, it'd probably be having a hard time right now. And I'm actually really looking forward to getting him on the show here soon. He's got some pretty amazing things to say about life. So Tim Miller, bud, I really appreciate everything you do, and I just hope you keep on kicking ass. You're an awesome guy, and I'm really grateful to have you in my life. All right, this next award goes out to a very talented individual. He's become pretty proficient in writing EDM music, and as well as developing a creative way to promote his network. He's definitely been one of my main supporters for the podcast, and he was never shy about telling me to get off my ass and just keep on going with it. So I'm really grateful for him to be taking just an interest in motivating me and making sure I stay inspired. And not only with the podcast, but other areas of my life as well. So the 2020 Get Off Your Ass and Get It Done Award goes out to Matthew Hendricks. For me personally, having a hobby or a project, the responsibilities can get a little bit overwhelming sometimes. And, I really tried my best to, just balance it out, and try not to get burned out with it. And, whenever I had my stagnant moments, Matt was always there every time to, just get off my ass, get it done. He was always the main one doing that. And, one thing I really like about him is his drive and his impulse with music and, his projects and what he's creating. And he never gets burned out or stale with his projects. And, I've definitely learned a lot over the past few months. And one of the most important things I learned is how to really keep yourself motivated and just engaged in your projects. And, he's been there the whole time, making sure I keep up with those projects. And, Matt Hendricks is certainly a great pillar in my life. And I'm very grateful to have him there for sure. So, Matt, bud, I really appreciate you. And, thanks for the motivation. I really appreciate it. All right, this next award is going to go out to a group of people that have greeted me with open arms and have welcomed me into their family. I'm very grateful for all of them. Every one of them are very talented and are absolutely great at what they do. So the 2020 I'll Be Your Huckleberry Award goes out to the owners and employees at the Wild Huckleberry. So I've been with this company since January of 2019, and the first day that I walked in, I knew that I could call this place home. I had left a job that I was at for over 10 years before I applied here, and when I started working at the Wild Huckleberry, I knew that I made the right decision. The job definitely requires a lot of focus and attention, and the synchronicity that these people produce, it makes for a hell of an apparatus. Every one of them have a skill that I've never seen before. And, not only are they incredibly efficient, but they're just really good people, every one of them. And I'm very happy to say that, I like every one of them and I've never had, one bad thing to say about them. So with the whole COVID bullshit, I've been away for, I think, going on about 65 days now. And it's incredible how much I'm looking forward to getting back and seeing all of them again. So yeah, thank you to my family at the Wild Huckleberry, and you guys are amazing, and I definitely can't wait to get back to the grind. All right, well, I'm going to take a moment and introduce the Dance of the Decade Award. 10 years is definitely a long time. It really is. And, I think if not maintained correctly, your memories can fucking slip away like they're nothing, and And I'm looking back 10 years ago in 2010, and I'm trying to figure out really what made that year special for me. Um, and I really can't think of 2010 without including my old band, Face for Radio. That project and my band members, just totally sum up that entire year for me. I'm very happy to say that that was absolutely one of the best times of my life. So the 2020 Dance of the Decade Award goes out to my old band members of Face for Radio. Well, Face for Radio was an alternative hard rock band formed in April 2010. Band members were Cam White, Jeremy Miller, Mike Hendricks, and myself. And the original drummer was actually the late, great Matt Folden from the Rex. And the guy was amazing. Dude had some incredible talent on the drums, and just as a musician, and it definitely was a real great honor to have the privilege to of jam with him. Face Radio, we weren't together for more than 7 months, but we had some incredible times together as a band. We really did. And I can only say one of my favorite moments with Face Radio was early of June 2010. We had a gig lined up at the old sports bar called Fuel, and we were ready to head down there to the venue, and all of a sudden we got a fucking call from the owner at the last minute, canceling our set because of some fucking basketball game playing. It was kind of discouraging for a minute, but we were so damn determined to play, and we weren't about to give up our jam time. So we made a few calls, and we got a hold of Wally's Tavern, and told them our situation, and they said, yeah, come on down. And so we scrambled what we could, and got down there and like totally kicked ass, man. That was one of our best shows. But really, it was our determination to just play that was memorable. We weren't about to give up that night just because we got our set canceled. We were just really determined, and that was awesome. And I would say one word that really sums up Face Radio, at least for me, is confidence. We knew what we sounded like, and we were at the very least very satisfied with what we had. And, we worked really well together as a band, and we never had any brick walls to encounter, which was really cool. And if I could ever take a little tour back into my life and everything I've ever experienced, the Face Radio days would definitely be at the top of my list. Absolutely. So I give my appreciation to the chance to jam with Matt Folden. Certainly was an honor. And also to Cam White, Jeremy Miller, Mike Hendricks. I thank you fellas for making that a very memorable time in my life. Absolutely. All right, this next award is going to go out to one of my favorite star childs. She's got a real interest in psychology and astrology, pretty much the same interest as myself. I've known this person for over 5 years now. We've always had a great friendship. Really enjoy the times that we get to talk about psychology and stuff. And one of my favorite things about her is her concentration. She gives when we have those kinds of dialogues. So the 2020 You Have My Attention Award goes out to Nicole the Bear Bradburn. Well, I had recently got back into contact with Nicole back in February of this year. We certainly had a lot to talk about, and it was really comforting to be able to have a conversation, with someone that has the same curiosity about life as you do. And I never really knew about astrology, and I never thought I even have an interest in it. But Nicole actually introduced me to the basic understanding of it, and so that was pretty awesome. But no, overall, Nicole and I have always had a great friendship. It was really nice to catch up with her and share some laughs and philosophy and stuff. So, Nicole, thank you for being there and having those great conversations. And I can honestly say I'm very grateful to have you as my friend. And this next award goes out to one of my favorite human beings on the planet. I've known him my entire life. Um, I can honestly say that he's somebody who knows my personality just as well as I do. He's someone who I'm very happy to sit down and chat and bullshit with for hours and not get sick of it. Um, so the 2020 Sorry the Seat is Taken award goes out to the one and only Mr. Mike Hendricks. Well, Mike Hendricks, he's not only my family, but he's also one of the best friends I've ever had in my life. I can honestly say that I'm pretty happy with how my life has turned out. And a big factor that has really shaped my life, has been music. Writing and recording and playing music has been something I've known half my life. And really, if it wasn't for Mike Hendricks, then I don't think I would have ever known any of that. Um, I've shared great times, good times, bad times. I've shared stages, performances, and life lessons. I've shared all that with Mike, and he's taught me not only about music, but he's taught me different ways to really get through life. And I absolutely cherish his existence and everything he's ever done for me. So, Mike, bud, I really appreciate you, and thanks for always being there, man. Really appreciate it. All right. Well, another person that I have remarkable respect for is another fellow musician. I've known this person going on 10 years now. He's been a great pioneer in the shaping of who I am with music and performing, and um, just a great inspiration. He's the founder of one of the best projects I've ever been a part of. And one thing I'm incredibly grateful for is his reminder that I'm still a musician and, that I still have music in my blood. So the 2020 Recondite Relic Award goes out to my pal, Justin SHAY. Well, I met Justin SHAY November of 2010. We reached out to each other through an ad on Craigslist for a new music project, and right away when I met him, there was absolutely no doubt that him and I would make a great fit in a project. And he introduced me to the real meaning of punk rock, and it really stuck with me ever since. And shortly after meeting up with Justin and working out some kinks and all that, Justin was on fucking fire, with his visions and revelations of our next project. Um, there really was no stopping him. He had a vision in mind, and it turned out to be something called Play with Fire. And I was with that band for over 3 years, and without a doubt, one of the best times of my life. And without Justin SHAY's vision, then I wouldn't have gotten any of that. Um, and I can honestly say too that he's one of the most driven and determined individuals I've ever met in my life. And adding that into his talent as a musician, it's just really incredible. And I had a few reminders this year from Justin. He reminded me of how important it is to just not lose that musician spirit. In that once it's there, it sticks with you forever. And it's something I kind of forgot, but he kind of kicked me in the ass and made me realize that. And I've been through a lot with Justin SHAY. Other than wishing that Play with Fire could reunite at some point, I wouldn't change any of it, man. Him and I have been through a hell of a ride together. Something I'll never forget. So Justin SHAY, you've been a great friend and big inspiration. And yeah, thank you for reminding me about the priorities. Really appreciate it. All right, this next award goes out to an individual that I got the chance to know recently. I learned pretty quickly that her and I had pretty much the same things in common, same interests. As well as her really digging her music taste. I really enjoy her capability and capacity of understanding. Um, it seems like it's pretty rare nowadays to actually find someone that knows how to let you vent, but they're also a good listener and they know how to understand. And I think that's a skill that she has that I really hardly see in anybody. Um, so I am very grateful to present the 2020 Rockstar Rookie Award to my good friend Anna Gonzalez. Well, I met Anna a couple years back, but didn't really get the chance to, get to know her. Um, I was able to meet back up with her earlier this year, and we clicked pretty fast. And it was awesome to see that her and I, share the same taste in music for one. Um, and honestly, I was kind of blown away by that because I don't really have any lady friends that I share the same music taste with. So seeing that was pretty cool. And Anna and I were also kind of in the same boat with the whole COVID-19 bullshit. We both got dismissed from work pretty much the same week. So during those early stages of all that, we were able to be there for each other, and that was pretty cool. And I think when I look back and think about this time and the hardships and everything, I'm without a doubt going to think about Anna. Because we kind of started off together, and we were there for each other, and we just helped each other out. And so Anna, you are without a doubt one of my favorite rock stars. And I see a very positive future for you. I think you're a very determined person, and I think once you know what you want, then no question you're gonna get it. So yeah, thanks for being a friend and being a great listener, and yeah, you fucking rock. All right, this next award is for somebody that I'm very proud to call my brother. Um, when you go through life, you need that somebody that's always there on standby, to help you out through the rough patches. And it's been an interesting year, and this person has always been just available and ready to help you out through some shit. And out of anybody that I know, he has an amazing talent of just relating and showing empathy. So the 2020 Guru of Empathy Award goes out to my brother, Steve McCurry. Well, I've known Steve for going on 13 years now. One thing about Steve is he is the definition of jack of all trades. Not only is he incredibly intelligent, he's just a great source of comfort when you need it. I've had some roadblocks come into play throughout this year's journey. And Steve, he just always came out of nowhere. Just guided me through the shit, and he definitely has a way of doing that. And all you have to hear is him say, what's going on, and you know that you're in the right hands. And Steve and I share pretty much every interest out there, and it's pretty cool that him and I can get together, for a variety of reasons. Whether it be doing outdoor stuff or writing music or just bullshitting about strange conspiracies. Um, yeah, him and I never have a dull moment. So thank you, Steve, for always being there, bud. You've been my guru, my brother, and definitely looking forward to a lifelong friendship. Absolutely. All right, this next award is for an individual who I've created so many memories with in such little time. I've shared love, laughs, life lessons, and sometimes a little acrimony. But whatever it was, we always came out stronger and having more love for each other. So the 2020 Leaving a Legacy Award goes out to one of the most strong-willed persons that I know, Danielle Beeler. So I met Danielle April 27th, 2017. And, I was definitely a little intimidated to even try and talk to her because of how beautiful she was, and, after time, her and I fell into a loving relationship. And, we definitely had our rough patches, but, looking back at the timeline, I can honestly say the good moments absolutely outweigh the bad. And while we mutually have split last year, we still remain friends and always had each other for support. Um, Danielle has never lost her integrity, and at the end of the day, she always did the right thing. And one thing that I really learned to love about her was her quickness to show care and support for somebody that needs it. And whenever there's a person that needed help, she was always right there, ready to lend a hand without question. And it didn't really matter what it was. Her hospitality was just an amazing thing to see. Um, and I've seen Danielle grow into a person that is absolutely worth getting to know. I'm very grateful for the memories and everything we shared together. And, I'm very pleased to say that I'm always happy to have her in my life. So, Danielle, thanks for everything, and most love and luck for your next adventures. All right, well, lastly, but just as important, is an award that I can say that I'm very proud to give. This is to a person that I've known for many years, and she still holds the same youthful spirit since the first day I met her. Um, we've crossed each other's paths throughout the years, and every time it's been memorable. And last September, her and I took a little mini vacation to Seattle for a couple days, and just hung out, spent time together, and just enjoyed each other's company. So the 2020 Moonlight in Seattle Award goes out to my dear friend Rachel Ann Drapak. So from May 22nd, 2019 till now, I really can honestly say that the trip that Rachel and I took to Seattle had to have been my favorite moment. Absolutely. Rachel has a spirit in her that defines ride or die. And I've known Rachel for about 17 years now, and she still has the same youthful energy that really usually dies out before your 20s. And she also has that spontaneous personality that honestly I have a hard time keeping up with. Um, Rachel's the real deal. She is truthful and she isn't shy about telling you how it is. And but that entire package that she is, it's what makes her a special person. And I'm very grateful to have that few days with Rachel in Seattle. Um, it was very simple but very significant. I'm going to make sure that that stays in my memory bank forever. And just a really awesome person. So Rachel, thank you for those special moments, and more importantly, thank you for just being you and never changing. I really appreciate that. Well, my friends, my family, thank you all for being here for the first annual Tim Herrington Relic and Legend Awards. It's definitely an honor and a privilege to have you all in my life. It really is. It's been a great year, and I'm absolutely looking forward to seeing what next year brings. So, all right. Well, thank you all again, and have a good night.